Hold,
Oh, now we're live.
okay. I mean, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I just have to check something on my actually no, I'm not really checking anything. Hold on. So Jose had gotten me this smelly thing, this nasal stick, right?
Oh, you
Called Boom Boom. I don't know. It's kind of,
what is it, like a Vicks?
yeah. So this one is winter mint, right? And and for some reason, like I don't know, I'm always feeling congested, right? But
Right.
especially before a show. So I remembered, it's like, okay, let me inhale this stuff before a show just to see if it helps clean up, you know. So you're supposed to snort it.
We'll do it. Get to it, Lage.
I didn't put it. Jose says, no, you gotta really stick it in there. And I go, no, I'm not gonna stick it in there.
I pop open this ring and I sniff it a little bit. I like to smell my ring. We're not going to talk about why.
Oh, so it's like, because also, like, the last time on my last stream, like, I was like really congested. I have a tendency to get congested after I eat.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I eat, and it's like, and then I ate too close to the show, and it's like same thing with this one. And then Lorraine goes, "Oh, you have to use this thing." It was like flow something, and then she goes, "It works like a charm," right? And I go, "Well, I don't have that, but I have the boom boom stick."
Boom boom stick.
So now I feel like I stuffed toothpaste up my nose.
I have a boom boom stick too, but
I'm sure
you don't stick it in your nose.
No kink shaming.
Ah.
But yeah, so now it feels like I shoved a toothpaste tube up my nose, but I'm not completely mad about it.
Oh my gosh. Are you ready to just do this? Like, good morning, people. It is Monday, March 17th. It is St. Patrick's Day 2025, and everybody's feeling a little bit Irish today.
Well, it's the only time in New York City where you see every goddamn cop on the NYPD on the streets.
Go home, snakes. You're drunk.
Right.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Really?
Should we do it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Hit it.
I am.
Trigger warning, fuck you.
And fuck you.
I swear to God, it's like I do not grow tired of that clip. Because I really do think it's like, you know what? That I think it's so representative of the show. That it's like, yeah, that and the last clip that we always go out on. It's like, yeah, that's kind of like always kind of like that mood we have in the back of our heads.
It's fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. So who's joining us in the chat today?
Oh, I don't even know. Oh, it's Lou. Good morning, Lou and Joseph. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello. Yes. So today's episode is not sponsored
by Boom Boom Stick.
By Boom Boom Stick.
I'd show you mine, but then we get banned from YouTube.
No. We need to we have to keep what little
it's pretty. It's pretty.
Right. And yes, I see you, our beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. If you are joining us from Facebook, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat, keep them company. Facebook has a tendency to act up, and when it does, we can't see your comments, and we want to see all your comments. So the best thing to do is come over to YouTube, and while you're here, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever any of our shows go live. So I guess we might as well just get the party started. So hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I've been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
Emotional damage.
It comes with the territory, especially with what I was reading lately. And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales and my medieval fantasy drama Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which returns to Kickstarter with issue 10 out of this 16-issue series. Link is in the chat and in the show notes. You can read both my comics online at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, and Tall Tales, TAILS online.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. And to tell you more about it, here's Nita.
Indie Comics Network, it's a channel on YouTube where me and some friends talk about comics and stuff, and we got some more shows coming up soon. We've had a lot go out the way, whatever. I don't know. There's words that aren't forming in my brain today, but like you can find us mostly at Indie Comics Net.
Right.
And sometimes IndieComicsNetwork.com when it works.
Oh, right, when it works. So yeah, when DreamHost decides not to
go right
on it.
But you can find all my links at Linktree / some shit, whatever. Do the Linktree thing, Indie Comics Network.
There you go.
Yeah. It's that way too.
I mean, the other thing.
They're in the show notes. Fuck it, man. It's all in the show notes.
Oh, it's exactly. Everything's there. We try to make it as easy as possible.
Have to. Yeah. Like I could still tell you that my phone number used to be 225-774.
Oh, no. Don't give it. Now it's somebody else's phone number.
And yeah, that was my childhood number. I can remember it every day.
Now everyone's going to go
out, but I cannot remember anything. I don't care. But I can't tell you what my current phone number is.
78309.
I can remember all the useless shit that doesn't even matter anymore, but I cannot remember the important shit. That matters today.
Exactly. Yeah. So what are you drinking? What are you drinking today, Nita?
I'm drinking cold coffee milk.
Oh,
because I needed caffeine. We got a new coffee pot, and I'm used to having the stainless steel carafe from my fucking expensive one, but it decided to fucking break. And so we got a cheap Black & Decker to hold me over until I get a nicer one. And it has the glass carafe. Right. So Chris leaves for work at like 4:00 in the fucking morning. And so by the time I got up, the coffee's fucking cold now. And so I just threw some milk in it. I'm trying to pretend like it's just an iced coffee or some shit. Mom, it tastes like ass.
There's a carafe that Mom has that she always uses because she just drinks coffee all like she drinks the same cup of coffee, like she makes just enough, and it's like it kind of like she nurses it for the rest of the day, and she always keeps it in this carafe. So I'll send you a link to that.
Yeah, do that because
it's not.
And I'm a dumbass because I could have kept the carafe itself. The little it was a very expensive fucking coffee pot we had because we broke, but we enjoy our coffee. Right. And the carafe itself would have been fine, but my dumbass, when I got pissed and threw away the whole fucking coffee pot, I was just like, fuck this shit. Right. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Because what it was doing is like the counters in that side of the kitchen are not upgraded yet. Right. And so it's still that fucking 70s, 80s fucking Formica.
Oh, yeah.
And the fucking coffee pot started leaking from underneath, and it was staining the counter, and you couldn't see it to pick it up, move it, and wipe it or whatever. And so when we moved that shit, there's this huge stain. I ordered pink stuff. I ordered all kinds of shit to try to clean it. I ended up pouring bleach on it and just let it sit straight bleach and let it sit
and it's
an hour, which is the good thing about Formica, by the way. Like that shit there, like as long as you're not using something abrasive, it's
Right.
you
Did it clear
pretty
up?
much try. Yeah, it finally came up. It's still not the greatest, but it never
Right.
was. So I'm
Well,
not worried
it's
about
for
like using a
mica, you know.
deposit or anything over it.
Yeah. Oh.
But so yeah, I was pretty angry because it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Which
but
I hate it. But
I'll
pink
send
stuff,
you.
by the way, is good.
Really? Okay. I thought it was
The
just kind of like that,
it's
you know,
slightly
TikTok
abrasive
nonsense.
and it smells good. Like
Mm,
it has a pleasant smell to it and it
right.
fucking works. And yes, I discovered it on TikTok.
Well, yeah. Because, kind of like all the Scrub Daddy products. I think that's a Scrub Daddy
Scrub
product.
Daddy is the fucking bomb. No, it is not.
No. Okay.
No, I don't think I do not believe it is. But
Right.
something about Scrub Daddy. Like we saw that shit when it was on Shark Tank, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is actually fucking brilliant!" Because
Right.
control
Right. And I think, yeah.
not the mommy. I don't like the mommy. Fuck Scrub.
Oh,
Half a daddy and a cheap ass sponge.
Daddy always takes care of you better.
Daddy works, but mommy's kind of like she's too soft.
Right. No, because I've started drinking tea in the last couple, and I had forgotten how good this was. So I'm drinking like a tangerine tea, for vitality and awake alertness.
He can clean them or bend me over them. Morning, Michael.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Michael. Hello. Yeah. So it's like I had forgotten how just drinking tea is just very pleasant. So I've been doing that for the past couple of days.
Pinkies out, bitches.
Right.
Oh my god.
The only trade-off is that it makes me pee all the time. It's like, rats. Oh my goodness. So wow, yeah. It's like
pee for your pee.
Yeah. So so on one, I can't believe it's Monday already. It's like this weekend, like you blink. Right. So on Friday, right, I remember, I showed everybody the new digest versions, right? So today I got the prequel, which for this one it wasn't that bad because it's like it was already 6x9. I wasn't doing this comic book sized, but I reduced it the 1/2 inch for it to fit. And look how satisfying this is. Look how satisfying.
Oh yeah, completely.
Very satisfying. So you have the prequel and volume 1 and volume 2,
nice.
and they're all sit nicely together. And it's like, yeah, this is very satisfying. I really do like this new digest size. I'm still proofing, I'm still in the proofing stage because like I got this today. So this is my illustrated prequel. Hold on. For it's a prose short story that takes place 20 years before volume 1. And there's a couple actually this one there was a couple I have to reformat it a bit. I don't know, I just felt that the text was a little bit too close to the middle there.
Yeah,
and, so
you have
it's
to
like
break the spine to read it.
Yeah, kind of. It was like, hey, you can open it. I don't like. Yeah, I just don't like pulling it open too much. But so I have to like adjust this, adjust the spine. The only thing that I don't like about Mixum, right? Because all of these books were printed at Mixum, is that I can't like just buy one copy to proof. Unfortunately, the way Mixum works is that if you do like under 10 copies, they use a completely different machine that has a different setup than if I ordered over 10. So if I want to get an accurate assessment as to what a proof is going to look like and make sure that I have all the correct measurements, I have to order 10 at a time in order to proof this. And the problem is like if I don't get it right the first time, I kind of have these odd copies just lying around. But if I get into Anime NYC, I mean, I'm just gonna take these. I'm just gonna take these to the show, and hopefully I could sell them there. If for some reason I don't get into Anime NYC, what I think I'm going to do is, so that the proofs don't keep piling up, is that I think I'm just going to go ahead and offer up like 9 complete sets.
Nice.
On it's complete in terms that it's volume 1, volume 2, and the prequel
Right.
on my next campaign. So
Right.
it's like, so if you want to get digest versions of these books, you can pick up kind of like the printer proof set of them on the next campaign. And I'm only going to sell them as a set. So you either want all of them or that's it. I'm only going to have 9 of them.
Right.
But yeah, because it's like I still need to do like another proof printing, and it's like, it's like they all just start piling up, and it's like, so I have to do something with them. But the thing is, though, the changes that I'm making are rather minimal. I mean, I think like even with like this one, with the text a little, close like that, you can still read it, and even like opening up the pages, you're not cracking the spine if you're not into that. If
Right.
you're not like into manhandling your book, like you can still read it. It's just that future versions are going to be kind of like better proportioned. So I think so far the experiment is going well with the new size. In the end, I really do, because it's like, look at it like this, right? So remember when we were kids, right? Like especially like for me, especially, right? You would see the boxed editions of like Walter Farley's The Black Stallion, right? Or it's like, like the Chronicles of Narnia, and they would come in a box set with the case and everything, with
Books
the
still do that, Dav.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, but I'm just being more nostalgic by this. So because I personally now, as an adult, I don't like those things because I don't know, they usually just take up more space than they need to. And it's like, I don't know, it's like,
yeah, the last one that was worth it and actually had like this beautiful mature aesthetic was the leather bound Song of Fire and Ice books. But I got so mad at that motherfucker because he ain't never gonna finish them.
No, he's never gonna finish it.
Like, and now I'm regretting it because those leather bound books were nice, and now they're like way expensive.
Right. So, but at least so imagine the entire series, right, with its own slipcase. But that's later on, though. That's just me,
We're gonna be getting fancy up in here.
Yeah, that's just me acting up. So now the only trick is to see whether the other part of my hypothesis works, and that is that people will buy this because of the size.
Right.
That they'll take a chance on a book that they're not familiar with because it'll fit on their shelf next to their mangoos. So I had posited the question on some of my social media, and so far people do like the smaller size, with one main caveat, though. I think Michael brought this up, especially that it still has to be readable. You can't struggle with the text. And I go, no. That's a huge issue for me. As somebody who uses 2 glasses in the office just to function, 2 pairs of glasses. I still need these to be readable at this size. That's why I'm not going any smaller than this. So they, as far as I see it, is that they are still they're still pretty readable without having to struggle. Because yeah, I have seen some books get ridiculous. So, and then it's like the other thing. So yes, it has to, so make sure that it's readable, which I think I got that part. And also, a lot of people, also other people were mentioning that like they're more likely to buy the series at this size if they're seeing it for the first time, if they haven't like invested in it already.
Right.
However,
because we've already got these.
Right. But I have had people mention that it's like that they would buy these regardless. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's like, look, if this is more to attract new people, I'm okay with that. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, honestly, I'm not really expecting people who have the book already to buy the different version. It's kind of like Richard and Wendy Pini. Dark Horse is putting out a whole new edition of ElfQuest.
I'm totally digging those.
Right, so and and it's like, I personally like the black and white versions, of the original series. Like if I were to get it, like I have the first one, the first volume, and I still on the fence about getting the second one, because that's what was that? Siege at Blue Mountain, right? And then I think maybe at worst, like Kings of the Broken Wheel that come after that, right? But but they're printing those in black and white from color pages, and it's like, if they do the pen and ink, I'll pick it up, but I don't think Kings of the Broken Wheel is in pen and ink. I would have to double check, but like eventually I'll get those. So the new ones, so the new ElfQuest books, yeah, Lou says after multiple eye surgeries, I ended up donating a lot of small print books. Size matter. Yeah, for that,
I like it thick.
Yeah, nice and big and
thick,
readable. But then again, that's also the reason why, like, I switch between reading an actual book and reading on my tablet or on my phone, on my Kindle, because like there's some books where it's like I'd rather read it on a Kindle because at least I can adjust the size. But then again, that's also why I also because yeah can't leave you alone.
No.
So yeah, so they're putting Richard they're the Peonies are putting out, and Dark Horse are putting out a new edition of ElfQuest. And there were people actually complaining about that.
Of course they were.
Saying, "Oh, another edition?" It's like, how many editions?
Oh God, go fuck yourself.
And it's like Richard had to very politely state that you do not have to buy this if you don't want to.
Right?
That it's like, these are reprintings. They have the digital coloring that Wendy likes. They're relettered. And, these are how we get new people in. It's like, in the end, it's like these new versions are not really targeted for the people who have them already. Now, mind you, you have people that collect all the variants. You have people that have the Starblaze. You have the people who have the Dark Horse versions. You have the people who have the Marvel versions. Right. Yeah, exactly. So it's like every the Marvel versions. Yeah, you see, the thing is, though, it's like I kind of wonder if the new version, you see, because the Marvel versions are interesting. Because Wendy had to tweak the artwork for it to fit in the comic book format, because it was originally made magazine size, and she added like new scenes, new pages in there. So it's like, if you have the Marvel version, you have all that new stuff that's not being reprinted in their other versions because that's from the original magazine size. So yeah, like sometimes there's a reason why people want to collect all the different versions.
And then sometimes they're just obsessive and need it.
Right. Yeah. Because I think like
feel complete.
Right. Because I think through DC, they did the manga size. They did a manga a version of ElfQuest. I didn't like that much because too many of the panels were stretched out. Like you could tell that they were like enlarged from their original size, and you could kind of see it in the artwork, like the lines got really thick and it looked stretched out for, so I didn't pick any of those up. Although I think that the one, what was it called, Wolf Rider, the one about Cutter's father, that one I think was made for that format, that series. So yeah, so you have all these, so you have everybody put, so there yeah, so there was people complaining, oh, another variant, and Richard's like going, look, this is not, we're not making these with you in mind, really. If you don't want it, you don't have to get it. This is for people who've never seen it before.
Nobody's making you buy it.
Right, exactly. And this is, and this is for new people to come in and experience the book, in a way that they're not familiar with it. And that's kind of like how I'm looking at it. If you want to collect the smaller versions, that's completely fine. So you have all the, because God knows every time I go reprint these books, I'm changing something. So it's like if there's a
making things better,
right? It's like it's always to improve the experience, and POD, and I really do appreciate print on demand for that, because it's like, it's not like we had to print like 2,000 of this and that's just what it is until we run out of them.
Right.
POD allows me to go every printing, slowly improving the formatting. But obviously what I'm learning is that setting up a prose book is a lot more complicated than setting up a comic at this size. Like pretty much the only thing that I have to fix on these proofs are the page numbers, because they ended up a lot lower than I had intended. And well, that's what I did when I did the hardcover. When I proofed out the hardcover, again, I had to buy 10 of them.
Right.
And I sold them off.
They were very exclusive.
Yeah, I sold them off. I got like a stamp for them. I numbered them and I sold them off.
In their perfection.
Yeah, no, I really want to do and also
this poor book's been so abused, Daphne.
But
I tried to take care of it.
But you know what? How is it holding up for a hardcover?
Very, very, very good. Like
right.
It's still intact. You can. Oh, I'm losing my spot. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Jaden and I. Between Jaden and I, passing it back and forth.
Yeah. No, that I really did like the way those hardcovers came out. And eventually I'll revisit that format. Also, what people kept suggesting is to do, like, when I finally do get it together on the layouts, to do a separate campaign for these, like to do a campaign, like offer up, like, new digest / manga sized editions, in one campaign. Jose recommended that I do like 2 volumes at a time. Because we were also talking about Tall Tales, doing the same thing for Tall Tales too. And I was like thinking of doing like 2 separate campaigns, but like offering the complete sets, but not doing it until and I'll have the complete volumes. Like this one, I have 2 more volumes left, and then do a separate campaign. But Jose goes, no, you should break it up into 2 campaigns. So it's like, I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point yet. So but the thing is, I'm getting a lot of data to work with doing this experiment. So
doing all the sciences.
Yeah, all the sciences. Yeah. So that's what that's what I'm going to, so yeah, so it's still up in the air until I get the formatting the way I like it. Then we'll worry about that later. Yeah, also, another thing. Oh, yeah. So this weekend I had spent time catching up with the last of my commissions for now. I have the last commission for House of Bob sketched out. So now it's just, inking and coloring that in and getting that out so I could finally get that campaign officially closed. It still kind of bothers me that I took so long. The campaign ended in November.
But you made it aware that it
yeah,
you
I
kept
made
the backers
everybody
updated. You had to make them
Yeah.
aware that this is original art you're getting. You don't want that shit rushed.
Right, I know, and I don't want them rushed, especially since with these last pieces, they were originally supposed to be digital, but like I had such an itch to do traditional artwork that I upgraded everyone's pieces, and I am extremely happy with how they're coming out in like that soft marker style. And now it's like I'm just like really like I'm doing so much digital stuff working on Ego Raven that now it's like if I can get the opportunity to do traditional artwork, I take it. So with these new with these last commissions, I'm doing them all traditional. And there was one that I sketched out yesterday that I was incredibly pleased with. I didn't know if the idea. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, no, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Um, and I was a little concerned that the idea wasn't going to translate the way I was imagining in my head, and it was even better than than
Nice.
it ended up with. So Sam Vera is celebrating
So
the
cute.
20th, the 20th anniversary of There's an Alien in My Toilet. So it's the 20th anniversary of him coming up with the character Duty for his comic. And I think he says that the official date is on April 5th. And I didn't think it's like I had, and he's doing like this special book of collecting all these pinups from everybody and publishing it in an actual book,
Right.
like a gallery. And I go, oh, I'd really like to do that, but with everything going on, I didn't think that that I would be able to do anything. But this idea was just like hammering on the back of my head like so hard. It's like, okay, you know what, I finally have to get this out since I'm doing sketching out all these commissions. Let me sketch this out, just to get it out to see if even the concept works, right? Because what he usually does with his character is that like Duty's the ultimate cosplayer, so he has Duty in all these different costumes, cosplaying all like Marvel characters, anime characters, the whole thing, right? So Lou did a really funny piece of Duty as Cutter. It's so funny looking. It's like it's perfect. And and it's like, and I was originally going to do that. It's like Duty as kind of like kind of riffing on the Barbarella poster.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really get it to work the way I wanted it to. So I decided to take a different tact with it. And it's like, okay, everyone's going to be doing like Duty cosplay or something similar in that vein or based on the comic.
Right.
And some reason I had the idea of a tarot card pop into my head. Right? I don't know what I was looking at, but like the card of the Fool, right? The Fool card, which is the first card in the major arcana. And it's like, oh, that would be really funny with Duty because it's like you have the guy, walking off the cliff. He has the sun in the background and he has the dog. And it's like, the layout is right there. It's like, so I'm thinking, duty and it's like have probably like Uranus in the corner instead of the sun, and then or Uranus, depending on
No,
how
I
you
like
want to pronounce
Uranus.
it. And you have Herman in place of the dog, and it's like, oh, you know what? It's like, but I wasn't really sure if it was going to like translate the way I was imagining it, because it's like, but I decided to go for it anyway. So yesterday I went for it, and I was just like so pleased as to how this came out. So this is the blue line sketch, and it's like I said, it's based on the Fool card from the Major Arcana. And then it's like I originally was attracted to that card because of the layout and how it, like it really fit, like
It's
I could do
perfection.
that, right? But check out what the Fool means, the Fool card, right? The Fool is the first card in the Major Arcana and symbolizes new beginnings, innocence, and a sense of adventure. When you draw the Fool, it represents a fresh start or a leap of faith into the unknown. And I thought, like, that fits Duty, the comic, to a T. That fits, it's like it's like this innocence and adventure and leap of faith, and and it's like, you know what? There's a lot going on in what looks like a very simple idea. So so I am just like, I just like have all these ideas on how I'm going to end up like coloring this. I mean, I'm going to like use my markers and some colored pencils probably. But so the only thing that's missing is I have to go to Michael's to pick up Frisket, liquid Frisket, so that I can like cover up all the stars, so that I could just color on top of them and then just peel off the Frisket, and then they'll still be white. Because it's like, there's a particular look that I'm trying to get from this. So I'm just really, really happy with how this came out. And it's like, considering how like detailed all these commissions that I've been doing, it's like, oh, this is going to end up. Lou says, since Facebook doesn't show me relevant stuff, I was glad you tagged me on your Duty work in progress. It's looking really great. Yeah, it's like so I'm really excited to like, I can imagine how it's going to look like. I just have to be really careful because I don't want to like ruin it. But yeah, it's just like I'm really looking forward to doing this piece, and I'm just hoping that I can get it done in time. I mean, even if I don't, it I'm sure Sam will just use it in other places too, but I would just like to get it in time for the anniversary book. So so that's so yes, I had a busy weekend getting all these commissions done. I have 4 sketch covers for Ego Raven that I have to do as well. But I've been moving really slowly through Ego Raven 10, although I'm at a point now that I think I'm going to be okay with meeting my Kickstarter deadline. It's really been funny, like how much I think not being in a daily Streamyard with you has been affecting my work.
Mine too.
Because it's like, ever since you got sick, but now it just seems like your medication, you're finally getting, I guess, like stable with your medication, kind of, sort of. Use it. Yes, it's like the terminology is very loose.
Yes, very loose terminology. Yes, I'm stable.
That word is doing a lot of heavy lifting. But yeah, so it's like, I think it's like we haven't been in a Streamyard since what, December?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
just to
I mean,
stream. I mean, we get in the Streamyards to do the
right.
vlogs, but it's actually gotten depressing because it's like the other day, it's like, Daphne hasn't messaged me in a long ass
Yeah,
time to
yeah, I
just
know.
work. And it's like, even if I was gonna be like, yeah, I really can't, it's like she hadn't even
Right,
asked. And it's like, so I started typing out this fucking long ass message to you. It's like, are we okay? Type
right.
shit.
Yeah,
And then I'm
yeah.
like, what the fuck, man?
Right,
We're not, it's like, we're fine. I had to like sit there
right.
and tell
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's like it's unhealthy for me for work. It's unhealthy for
right.
me in my relationship with you. It's just not healthy.
No, yeah, and the thing is, it's like I'm feeling it too. And it's like, so this was something that Meredith had introduced us to. And I didn't realize like how much of a game changer that would have been.
It
That
really is because we get to socialize while we work, even if we're
right.
silent and just
Right,
occasionally speak.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's like, look, there are just days that I'm just sitting here listening to Nita typing. Like it's like
You're gonna
that's
hate my new keyboard, not
oh,
this
you
one,
can
but the one I got a Red Dragon and it's silent.
oh,
It
oh,
doesn't
it's
make a
silent.
sound. Like I
Really?
could sit there and I'm like clacking them keys and it
Right.
doesn't. Yeah.
Hmm. What's funny is that I haven't decided because I know that people purposefully get the aesthetically noisy, the mechanical keyboards because they're aesthetically noisy. And I haven't decided yet.
I
Yeah,
strongly recommend it.
yeah, yeah. Um, you know,
Do
like
not get a clackety keyboard because here's the deal. You'll love it until you hate it.
right. Yeah, it's kind
Or
of like that
or or worse,
ASMR.
Einstein decides that that's the
Oh,
noise he's going to make.
right, exactly. And it's bad enough that
Bad.
he's imitating the cat now. The cat has been making a point of making like he whines all the time.
Oh.
And it's
I
like
love him.
it's like he's very whiny for a cat.
He's very cuddly too though.
I mean, and it's like, and there just came a point where it's like, oh my God, just go do something, it's like, and Einstein started picking up the whiny noise
Oh great.
where it's like, you think the cat is in the room. And it's like, no, it's just Einstein imitating the cat. And it's just like, oh, great. you know, you know, because it's like, because that's the thing with him is that if you don't want him to pick up a noise, you can't react to it. Right. But because we kept reacting to the cat making this constant whining noise, he started picking it up because like, oh, it gets a reaction from the people.
Oh no.
you know. Um, I forgot my point. Why am I talking
A
about
clackety keyboard.
oh, clackety keyboard? Right. So yeah, and that's the thing because like yesterday on like Jose was doing his stream yesterday, his Sunday stream, and someone in the group started using a mechanical keyboard, and it was like the noise was exploding over their microphone. It was the
Yeah.
most obnoxious sound. And I haven't, and yeah, so it's like, yeah, you're right. It's like, I guess if it's just you, and it's like, like I said, it's like, people have that,
Well, that's
that
why I
need,
switched this one back out because I bought the clackety keyboard. But then when
right,
we're vlogging and I'm having to go in and type or look up links and
right.
stuff, it was picking up in the mic too much.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so, so yeah, but the whole point, right. So the point is that, we haven't been doing these kind of like work streams.
We haven't, and
Yeah,
our mental health
yeah.
has suffered for it.
Right, yeah, because the other thing because it's like the neighbors, they used to have a rolling gate on their garage. So like every day the rolling gate go up, go down, go up, go
Mm.
down. Guess who knows that sound too? you know?
My favorite is his garbage truck beep.
Yeah, he does the garbage truck, he does the
Fire
smoke,
alarms.
the smoke detector,
Yeah, the smoke detectyou
you know, um and yeah. So we haven't been doing the stream. Oh yeah, that was a funny thing too. There was at one point, Lorraine, my sister, she was learning Japanese. This was like years ago. She was learning Japanese, and it was one of those it's not, back then you had to use like records and audio tape, right? You had to use audio tape, right? Or a CD at least. And I think it was like it's like I think it was like a CD-ROM that she was running off of her computer, and she was learning Japanese, and he started picking up Japanese faster than she was. He started repeating phrases in Japanese, and I don't know. It was just like, oh Jesus Christ, you can't do anything, So Meredith had introduced us to doing kind of like this, was kind of like working like digital cubicle type of thing. And I was surprised at how quickly I became dependent on that.
Yeah.
Like there came like we would all like join up at like 4:00, right? And it was like it was like not even on the third day, 4:00 would hit. We're about to hit 4:00, and I go, oh, I got to get ready for work. I mean, literally, that's how I would start thinking. I got to get ready for work, because I knew once I sat down, put my headphones on, I had to stay seated that entire time. I had to focus on what I was doing the entire time. It's not
it gives you a sense of accountability, which is something as freelancers is hard to do to ourselves.
Right. No, really. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, and really it's like I do also between Clip Studio Paint and doing that, it's like I really do think it was a combination of the two that really allowed me to finish the Eagle Raven series as quickly as I did.
It was a game changer.
Yeah, it really was, between those two things, right? So then it's like, so Nita started getting sick in December. It was just like appointments. It's like, oh, I have appointments. The medication's knocking me out, because that's what GABA does, especially once she got on GABA.
Which I've adjusted pretty well to it. Like, it's not as long. Like, I might be like for about 20 minutes, but then I'm like, okay, I can function.
Right. And it's like, so our schedule got completely blown to smithereens. So but it's like, now it's
things
like
are calming down again.
Right. So everything's
come back to me, Lage. I miss you.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what it is? I think that once we've established it wasn't cancer, once we got that out of the way,
yeah,
I think that that's kind of like when it really like going, okay, all right. It's like, we know it's not this. So we need, and the medication, they're adjusting your medication, and it's like, okay, you know what? We really need to get back into the swing of things.
Right.
Because it's like, since January, I've been really feeling like I'm not concentrating the way I should. Right. Even though I'm the only one here, right?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like, if it's just me and it's like I'm just trying to work, I get, oh wait, I gotta empty out the dishwasher. Oh wait, I gotta, oh, I forgot to do laundry. It's like, oh wait, it's like I gotta.
Yeah, because if there's not somebody else there in the room with you, it's like an excuse for everything to get up and to go do something.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like, oh, like even if I were to get up and go to the bathroom, I don't immediately come back.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, okay. Oh, I got to do this. Like, it's like, oh, let me check something. Let me do
this. There's nobody waiting for you.
Right. And I think that, and especially, so I know that Nita has been had put up that a cryptic title about a month ago, right? And I go, are you okay? She goes, oh, are we okay? It's like, yeah, we're fine. It's just that, your medication's knocking you out. But, and then she did it again when I went into the Streamyard and I saw that title, and I go, oh, you know what? Yeah, this is getting out of hand. This is, and it's not you getting out of hand. It's us not having this routine getting out of Lou says, I really need motivation and accountability. I swear I'm losing my mind trying to function as a working artist without interacting with humans regularly. Yeah. It's like, yeah. And it's like, it's really funny how it's like night and day. I will say I am an introvert, and I really am. You know,
But there's a select group of people
right.
I'm an extrovert with.
Right, exactly. You know,
And I
and
need them
right.
to balance
And
me.
yeah, exactly. And it's like just like kind of like conventions, like one of the reasons why I don't like conventions is that they drain my social battery way too fast. But
Yes.
because I'm working the show, I'm I have to be committed to like pushing through that. That's why I'm always exhausted. Like the funny thing is when I do my streams, like doing this stream is like completely like it's very normalized for me. It's like you're there, I'm here, we're just yapping. The chat, is there, the eyeball people. It's kind of like it's like that's if you're watching the vlog, you wouldn't think I'm severely an introvert, I guess. But when I'm doing my live stream solo, which is the reason why I only do those once a week, that's when you can kind of see where it's like I am exhausted. Like if I'm like it's very important for me to especially interact with the chat.
Right.
Because if I'm just sitting there quiet, it's like that drains me very, very quickly. And it's like, and I'm always exhausted after I do a Wednesday stream. I am just like wiped out. And I don't feel that way when we do a vlog stream. Ronan says, not finding a social outlet can really affect that stuff. My son is going through the need for socializing. I'm happy not having to do that at all, though, which isn't good either. Right. Yeah. It's like we need to kind of like, especially for us, where, we're alone most of the time. And it's like we think we can handle it. But there does come a point where it's like I need to plug in somewhere, but I don't want to go outside. But at the same time, I need that interaction.
Right.
So it's like that's why it's like, yeah, it's like, so when I saw that title, I'm like going, okay, yeah, this is
Nita's losing it. It's Nita's turn.
Well, honestly, we're both losing it. Because like I said, it's like I want to do issue 10, the issue 10 campaign. I was supposed to be done with issue 10 last month. It's like that was kind of my goal, and then spend this month just penciling out Tall Tales issue 7, and that schedule right out the window. And honestly, I really do think now that's because we haven't been doing the work streams where we just worked.
Right.
It was like too easy to get distracted. And it's like, no, it's like, you know what? Yeah, we really need to get back for both our sakes, for both our mental health. Because
true story.
Right. Yeah. Because also it's like, yeah, it's like, like also being in our heads all the time is not healthy either.
No, you broke up with me in so many different ways.
Oh my God. It's like, meanwhile, it's like I'm sitting here like Patrick, the starfish, going, what? I didn't do anything. What?
Because it's like, it's all I have time to do. Create scenarios.
Right. Right.
What did I do wrong? What did I say? And then I'll sit there and I'll listen and like, but I didn't do anything wrong.
Right, exactly. The only thing we didn't do was do our daily office
work
thing. Yeah, our office work thing.
We didn't bullpen.
Right, exactly. We didn't bullpen. And so I already made Nita this promise that it's like, so after the vlog, I have to go to the post office and I have to pick up the frisket, the liquid frisket from Michael's. Even though technically it's less expensive if I go into the city and buy them from Blix, but if I count the amount of money it would cost, like the $5 it would cost me to go into the city and back, technically I'm spending the same amount of money to pick it up at Michael's, but I don't have to go into the city. So it's like I'm just going there and coming back because Michael's is literally like across the street from me. So it's like I just got to go there and come back and I have my frisket. If I go to Blix, it's like, yeah, I'll pay half the price, but I'm paying for the extra with the $5 I have to take the subway back and forth and the time that it would take me to just go back and forth. Yeah,
That's been awful. Like since I
yeah.
got sick, we haven't I talked to Daphne as much as y'all see us live. That's it.
Right,
the occasional
usually, yeah, and then it's like the occasionally in on Facebook Messenger, but it's like, but it's like, but like this, it's like it's Facebook Messenger is not the same. I think that Facebook Messenger is more like a signs of life type of thing.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
here, let me send you a meme to show you I'm breathing.
Right, exactly. Right. So, but like actually being in a stream, yeah. So it's like, yeah. So I promised her, it's like, look, I'll go to the post office, go to the Michael's, and then when I get back, I'll send you a link. And look, even if it's just for an hour.
Yeah, that's
I think that's the thing too. Because I think also kind of like, but if we're only, doing it for an hour, does it really count? It's like, you know what? Now it's like,
no, it absolutely does.
It does. It does. Even if it's just for an hour, at least that'll get that momentum going.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, because usually it's like, because before it's like what? Like we would like around 2-3 o'clock, and then we would just keep going until Jose got home.
Or I had to start dinner, whichever came first.
Yeah, whichever came first. And there are some days that we would start at like earlier than that. Like around like 10, 11 o'clock, and then we would just go the full day. So it's like, think about that. It's like we're talking about this. Yeah, exactly. It's like this huge block of time, of focused time. That's like, oh snap. Yeah, okay, maybe that's the reason why I'm having a hard time.
That has something to do with it. Might be why I still have not been able to fully update the fucking channel. And I just keep going over there and I look at it and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Right. I mean, it's like, yeah, because it's like, I mean, to have focused time from either 3 to 6 or from like 10:30 or 11 to 6, that's a huge, oh, there you go. There you go. I mean, that's a huge block of time of just focus.
Right. It really is.
And it's like, oh, that's why I'm not getting shit done. Or at least not getting shit done in
as near as productive as I need.
That's the phrasing. Yeah. I'm not nearly as productive as I should be.
Right.
With Eagle Raven 10, I have like, I think I have like, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pages that I still have to ink. And it's like, okay, I think I can get that. I'm confident that I can get that done by my April deadline. But I think I can get it done faster if I start taking those blocks of time in a Streamyard and just what are they what are the kids saying now? Lock in. We need to lock in. Yeah. If we lock in, yeah. Yeah, we need to lock in and just work.
Right.
I mean, yeah, and just like keep.
And I really need to, like, I can't even work in here right now. My office has become like it's just been a dump site
Right.
because all I'm doing is transferring files to my laptop to curl up on the fucking love seat.
Right. Oh, because that was the thing too, right? Because I told Nita, it's like, look, you know what? I need to do this, even if I just have to watch you sleeping in your chair.
You might.
Yeah.
You might. It might be like,
yeah. If you're just the fact that you're there, it's like it will keep me in my seat. I mean,
supervisor might wake up.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, so also the funny thing too is that sometimes like Nita says, oh, remind me to do this at this time. Like she'll tell her Alexa that, right? Or but then it's like but then she'll forget why she set the alarm.
That will.
And then I have to go, oh yeah. She goes, why is that alarm going off? And I go, oh, it's because you set it to do this, that, and the other thing. Also, HR brought up, that's a good point too with HR.
I am totally
it's like,
needing to deploy.
Because you're not like in your office working because we're not working, that your office is becoming a dump site. But
it really is.
But I think that if we do the streams again, that
it'll annoy me enough.
Then you'll just start cleaning up, right? Like I said, I'm going to send you a link today. Because what that does too is that it'll also keep me from lingering outside,
right?
Because I know, we have to do, we have to work. I have to get home. I can't dilly dally. Let me just. Again, it's like it kind of like clicks my mind into that focus. And then it's like, okay, post office, Michael's, get the thing, come home. It's like set up and then send the link and we're off to the races.
Yes.
So yeah. So does that sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I feel loved.
Yes, you see already we're in a better mood. Already we're in a better mood. So so we're just hitting like what a time to end the show, right?
Right.
So you have any final thoughts?
Check out the campaigns in the show notes. We got a lot of them going on. There's books and books and books and books and books. Find your entertainment.
Yeah, there
something
you go.
For everyone.
Yes, something for everyone, right? And for me, it's like I guess it's just the usual. So I guess we might as well just end here. So if you want to learn, actually, first let's thank the chat. Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
For being here
and keeping us
sane. Yeah, it's for keeping us sane. Thank you so much, the eyeball people, for joining us for this hour. I hope you got something, or at least even if you just had us in the background as background noise while you're typing on your aesthetically loud keyboard. It's like, we thank you. We thank everybody for being here. You could be anywhere else, but you decided to spend the time with us. Thank you. We appreciate each and every one of you. So now, if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and everything I do, especially upcoming campaigns, you can head on over to my main portfolio site, egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook if you are into seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And remember to check me out on YouTube for all my videos. 600, almost 700 videos in my archive about how I do my comics. And remember that you can also catch me at my semi-weekly art live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. We just did one last week. So like I said, I'd like to skip every other week. So we're not going to have one this week. So next week we will have the art live stream. So it's every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours of me working and hanging out with the chat and the eyeball people and just having any random conversations we feel like. And it's kind of like being at a convention, but you don't have to worry about blocking my table. And remember, you can also read Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales. That's TAILS online.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday. But if you prefer an even more convenient way of reading these books, Eagle Raven and Tall Tales, you can find them on Webtoon. Eagle Raven updates every Tuesday, and Tall Tales updates every Thursday. And also, both of these comics are online as well at Global Comics. I just haven't made a graphic for it, but you can also find it at Global Comics as well. So that's it for us. Thank you so much. We have a lot of work to do, but it's always a pleasure spending time with y'all. It's always, but we got to get back to work. So thank you so much. And in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments, and it keeps the anxiety under control. Thank you so much again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.